Hello and welcome to Market Pre-Production. I brought you here from the fiverr.com system because I would like to explain a little bit further what this is and how it can benefit you in the end by using the process that I've got here for product creation and advertisement through video, which is constantly evolving. But this idea came to me, it's been a couple months now getting the whole system together, figuring out exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew what the concept was immediately. It was the day that my buddy had his open house for his film studio here in Denver, down on Curtis Street, and what we've done, he's built it, and but what our philosophy kind of is, he's charging a lot less than any other film studio. It's a 6,000 square foot, multiple set studio that he built out of raw materials, and he did it very modestly compared to what it would cost to create a film studio in Los Angeles or something like that, and hiring the contract work and stuff like that. Well, he's just creative, okay, and it's kind of like I'm creative. I'm just a normal guy in the end, but I like to create systems, and I've been trained in media since 2002, back when we were on nonlinear editing systems. I feel like right now what the problem is that I'm seeing videos on YouTube that have really good information in them, like a documentary, for instance. I've seen a few documentaries that had really good information, but they were hard to set through because there was no entertainment put into them. And it's usually like an elderly gentleman on his Windows Movie Maker system, or like a younger dude that hasn't had the skin in the game that maybe some of the rest of us have through our 15-20 years, trying to use this digital media thing. It's like being in at the beginning makes you kind of understand and feel good about the fact that you were a part of the digital media evolution. But that documentary, while it's got really good content, it just isn't put together very well, and it doesn't become a YouTube partner. And I think it should be generating generating revenue more than other videos that are ranking for that. I'm like, with this good of content, this should be ranking up there. Also, to add to this problem, he probably invested, in something. He invested a lot of time. He invested a lot of research, a lot of money perhaps on getting photos and stuff like that, or just whatever. He invested a lot into that documentary, and they just don't do as well sometimes and they don't generate any revenue, and that's kind of a sad thing. But in the end, that's what this service is about. For a very small, very, very small, low pressure investment, that's what I'm shooting for. Is to where for a low pressure investment you can get a really good, as much value as I can possibly provide. Okay, that's really in the end, is for people aren't just throwing $5 bills without caution into the wind, and that's something you've got to understand, that I understand. You're not just throwing them out there on fiverr.com for anybody who's gonna do whatever, but sometimes you do need somebody to dance around to give you your message. But the market will catch on to that. So I'm about quality, 100% quality. I'm not talking down on anybody. This is a great thing. I contribute to the Fiverr system. I've used it for voiceover. The one thing that I don't do, it's great. There's some people on there that are unbelievably providing a lot of value, and I'm going to try to find them, and hopefully we can create you something really good. I'm really excited. But in order for this, this might not be for you if you're not willing to follow the system involved. Because in order to provide this much value, I have a system that you have to provide. So I do get geeked up on caffeine, and you got to follow me. I talk kind of fast. You also need to think about creating content, creating good content. That's just information. Okay, and I'm going to be doing a few heavy things, like taking you through Section 107 of the U.S. Constitution and what it says, and why you need to use this for your research, because it's so powerful. I mean, you could really create products fast. Get the content together for them, and you could really do a good job. So if you want to entertain people into your funnel to where then at the end you say, hey, here's some more stuff. I talk about that on the site. Click through. If you want to create brand products, keep clicking through the site. You're going to find stuff where there's a system to create a brand product, a revolutionary idea, about actually communicating with your buyers list for free. That way you don't have to pay AWeber, which is going to end up in a spam box. Click around on that. But the one thing that you do have to understand with this service is that you have to handle your monetary uploads. For liability purposes, I'm not ever going to access your accounts. However, I do provide every account that you need in a PDF. Your first purchase, you kind of become part of the club. I send you this and I say, go ahead and sign up for these accounts, and keep this thing handy. And I show that under this video. Click around the site. Hopefully you guys are all having a good day. I look forward to hearing from you. Use the fiverr.com system if you have any questions. Bye.